welcome back to Sailing Gargoyle. It's been a week since we arrived here in Golfito and it's time to get moving. The crew is dried out, re-provisioned, and re-energized to explore Costa Rica. As soon as this boat goes by, we'll bring in the drone and get to work. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and help to support our channel.
So we're getting ready to move out. Carla's getting us set up to pull the anchor up front, and then we are going to go down and fuel up. So we'll top up our portside tank that we used coming up here from the canal, just so we have a full load of fuel, which she'll take us through into next year, which is going to be nice because it's only mid-November right now. Carla's getting us all rigged up here. Here's the crew having a crew meeting. Carla, are we secure? We're good and secure?
Beautiful day here in Golfito. We have been here a week and we are finally leaving. We have a big sail to get to Drake Bay, which would put us in kind of in the middle of the night if we left right now. We are going to cut across to the other side of the Gulf, which will take about 10 nautical miles off, and it's going to be an early morning tomorrow morning. Anyways, we've got about a 2-hour sail / motor across the bay, and then we're going to drop the anchor for the night. We've just pulled into Port Hernandez. We're just trying to figure out where to drop the anchor. I think we have a spot. But really nice and calm in here, no swell at all, so it's going to be a good pit stop. So we're just going to stay here for the night and then head out first thing in the morning. It's early. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Way too early. But the sun isn't quite up yet. So we're going to have some coffee and then we're going to head out. Main sail is out and we're going to get out of here. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day.
We are about 2 hours out of our anchorage. We've been motor sailing now. We left at 5 a.m. so it's now 7 and we have very light wind. We're taking advantage of that to make water and put some miles behind us here. So making some good time. We can get around the point here. Let me flip things around and I'll show you where we're at. So you can see the point here as we're coming around and out of Golfo Dolce. Heading to Drake Bay today, which is about 50 to 60 nautical miles on the charts. So we're heading here. So we're gonna go around the point here, come out, and then tack back around.
We have come around this point here, and the wind has completely died. Looks like we're in for a motoring day today. Dolphins, we saw some whales way off in the distance. It almost seems like the Pacific just has more sea life than the Caribbean does. So we just seem to see way more, but there's tons and tons of dolphins. It's been really nice to see.
there. It is about 1 o'clock, a little after, and our anchorage is on the other side of this hill. So we got to go around this point over here, and we were just speculating that it looks like it's raining on our anchorage. So I guess we'll find out what we do for us in Costa Rica. You can see where we are, and then that is our anchorage. Oh, right up there. Can't wait.
Have arrived at Drake's Bay, and it looks like the race is on yet again. Hopefully that rain is heading to the mountains and not to the ocean.
So 8 hours after we weighed anchor this morning, we are anchored, showered, and relaxing here in Bahia Drake. I think that's it. We're going to spend a few days here, although that will depend on how roly-poly the anchorage is, but I think we're done with nice calm anchorages for a while looking at the map, but we'll see. Breakfast time on Gargoyle. What did you think of your evening here in our new anchorage?
You need a stern anchor.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not as bad as Amure, but it's still kind of a pain. So yeah, we're gonna deploy a stern anchor here after breakfast and see if we can flatten things out a bit. Okay, so this is a busy cockpit as we're doing laundry, and we're working on deploying our stern anchor. So we've got the dinghy in, and now we're trying to figure out how to use this guy and that line to put a trip line on our anchor. So we've actually never done it, and it'd be easy if water level stayed the same, but because we have a good tide here, about 8 feet, we're just trying to figure out how to tie it off and get the right amount of line on it. I don't know if I didn't have enough coffee this morning or what the thing is, but I'm having a hard time figuring out how we should set this up.
Kevin has tossed over the anchor. He's tying up some excess line on our little mooring ball, and we're good.
So it has been about a month since we had the boat scraped in Vistamar Marina. So I thought, now that we're anchored here in lovely Bahia Drake, that I would go down and see what the bottom looks like after a month of growth here, because we got a lot of grass around the water line, and then maybe scrape the prop and clean off the speedo because it's not really spinning well. Here we go. So it looks like we rubbed all the grass off that we had grown along the water line from Golfito, so that's good. We weren't heeled over much. We didn't do much sailing, but it looks pretty good. Aha! Here's all the grass on this side. So I'll come back and run a scraper down it real quick.
Our morning tasks are finally completed, and now it's playtime. We jump in Griffin and head in to check out the small village of Drake Bay. We need some fresh vegetables, and we also have to locate the tour operator who'll be taking us to Cano Island for our trip tomorrow. So, we have arrived at the dinghy dock, and we're gonna go check out the town. Right, which way?
I have no idea. Sorry.
Isn't that amazing? How tall do you think that bamboo is?
75 feet.
That is insane. We gotta do some 4x4 in here. Oh, that's cold. Drake Bay is a remote village here tucked well into the bay to protect it from the Pacific Ocean. The only access is via water taxi or a grueling 4x4 trip involving mountain roads and a couple of river crossings. Most of the draw here is the ecotourism, focusing on the sea life and the bountiful rainforest and mangroves of Cor Convado National Park. one of Costa Rica's most famous and biodiverse parks. Up there or there? There? Just off the town's main beach, Playa Coronada, are a handful of tourism business, including small restaurants, lodges, and a few municipal buildings such as a local school and medical clinic. There are other accommodations spread out along the coast or nestled into the hills, accessible only by a jungle trail or a short boat ride. What an awesome little town. The last hill, here we go. Alright, we are waiting for the tour operator, so I think it's the perfect time for a cold beverage. Cerveza?
Or Fable.
Very popular. Cheers.
Cheers.
The dive instructor was actually here for lunch, so she just wandered over, said we could pay via PayPal, which is awesome. So we are done.
Done? Picking us up at the boat, 7:30ish.
We're gonna, they're gonna pick us up from the boat, so we don't have to worry about that. And yeah, it's like perfect. So we are gonna head back to Gargoyle. Since you need to go that way.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, we don't just come straight in like we did? Knucklehead. On the way in here, you were telling me, oh yeah, just go straight in.
Abuse, I take. Back to the mama ship.
Oh. This goes like this and like this.
Early morning here on Gargoyle. Captain Kevin's working on his scuba gear. We're getting ready to go to Isla Cano. Kevin's gonna do some scuba. I'm gonna do some snorkel. And our dive boat is gonna pick us up probably in about half an hour. So we have some work to get some stuff ready. Emma's a little perturbed because we're making so much noise in the cockpit. Aren't ya? Yeah.
So Carla's ready. She has her ultimate snorkel gear on. Now we're just waiting. I think the rest of our group is loading up on the beach.
Perfect.
Hola! Buenos dias. Buenos dias.
To see anything in the water, please, if you guys gonna stand up, stay in your same place. Don't move everybody to one side of the boat because we're gonna flip the boat and I don't feel like swimming that much today.
After our tour guide gives us a few tips, we head off for the island. The island is approximately 10 nautical miles away, so we settle in for the ride. Cano Island covers 320 hectares of land and 5,800 hectares of sea. It has one of the most extensive and healthiest coal formations in the Pacific coast of Costa Rica. Due to the fact this is a reserve, only tour operators are allowed to enter the area and only park rangers are allowed on the island. We have arrived and Kevin is off with his boat for some scuba diving. Now it's time for me to see what I can find snorkeling. Unfortunately, the sun went away and the recent rains have made it tough to catch the sea life. However, the turtles were super friendly and came up to say hello. Our tour is now over and it's time to head back to Drake Bay. I just need to find out where Kevin is.
Today was an eventful day of snorkeling and scuba diving. Carla went snorkeling and I went scuba diving. What did you learn today, Carla?
Learned a valuable lesson. Never leave your wingman. Never gonna do this again.
That's right.
Kevin went scuba diving and I went snorkeling, and we thought it was a snorkel scuba dive trip, which actually turned into 2 different trips on 2 different boats, 2 different time frames. So I got back to the village about 45 minutes before Kevin did, and then I never saw my husband again.
What else did you learn today?
That I should program the satellite phone into my cell phone, so when a strange number calls, I don't recognize it. I realize my husband is calling me with a satellite phone because he's stranded on the boat.
That's right. So Carla would have known where I was if she'd answered the phone.
What did you learn today?
Never leave my wingman, my wing woman. Never, 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 never. I even last night had second thoughts about doing it since there was going to be 2 different boats, I thought, probably 2 different groups, and sure enough, we were totally separated, and then total cluster. I wisely thought, how am I going to contact Carla? Because not only did she leave me and leave her wingman, but she also left the wingman and took his cell phone with her. I got back to the boat in time to feed the cats, and then we had a little kitty time, so it was pretty good.
Looked out as I was standing on the beach trying to figure out how to get to the boat, and there's a whole bunch of fishermen that were a little bit tipsy, and they were nice enough to actually just haul butt out here and drop me off at the boat free of charge. So never leave your wingman, right?
Never leave your wingman, Carla.
Look at your little snuggle bunny over there.
He's all snuggly. He's been left alone on the boat all day.
He just wants his daddy.
He does. He's purring like a monster.
This is it for Bahia Drake.
This is it for Bahia Drake.
You're gonna leave in the morning?
I don't know what the plan is. I think so. This is really not a great anchorage.
Pretty much done everything that we want to do here, which was to go see Isla
Cano.
Cano.
Cano Island.
So, anyways, we're gonna watch the sunset, have a cocktail, and call it a night.
Sounds good. Don't leave your wingman.
Never leave your wingman.
Right, Dean?
Oh yeah, somebody loves salmon dip. Love salmon dip. Oh. Henry, hey bud.
Hey.
Right there, buddy.
I am very smelly. I do not smell pretty like Carla does. Well, the cats are up on top because I smell so bad. They had to get away from me.